Hey everybody, it's India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are back to the makeshift newscaster podcaster mic. Let's get into fashion news for this month. And we're going to start off with Prada. Now, Prada still has plans. And first off, let me start off with if you do not know, Prada did successfully purchase Versace. Now, also, they do have plans to be listed on the Milan stock market. Now, Prada currently, as of 2011, was listed on the Hong Kong market. They currently are, and they plan to be dual listed. I don't know what the list of benefits other than the one that comes top to mind to me would be that they're able to raise more capital by being dual listed on the Milan as well as the Hong Kong market. But there are probably some other benefits to that. And you business folks out there, you finance folks can probably throw in the comments down below and let me know what those are. They're still a little bit more they're not giving a specific date. They are being clear that it is their plans, but they will make more solid announcements when they're 6 months out from whatever those plans are for it to be listed. Next up is Golden Goose, and they hit the scenes with the marked up sneakers that cost 500 plus dollars that has continued to be a fashion thing that has continued to move forward. When I say that, I mean like more in the whole sneaker field. We saw designer sneakers several years ago, maybe a decade at this point. I don't know, maybe like the past like 6 years. So maybe not quite a decade, but definitely the designer sneaker trend is still strong. And Golden Goose was definitely one of those companies that were at the front of pushing that. And they are still in talks. Their parent company that owns them are still in talks of selling the brand to Hong Shan Capital, which I noticed that when I was looking into this, and as always, all articles in references to the information that I am referring to is listed down below, and everything that I'm saying is alleged. Don't take anything as fact. This is solely for entertainment purposes. Okay, all right. I noticed that the business of fashion back in 2023 or 24 posted an op-ed questioning whether Golden Goose was worth 3 billion. That's still the conversation about this $3 billion valuation. And I thought they brought up some decent points, especially when you're talking about a fashion brand. And Golden Goose hasn't been I don't remember how long Golden Goose. Let's actually see. How long Golden Goose been around? Let's find that out right quick. Hey Siri,
Hmm?
how long has Golden Goose been in business?
Golden Goose has been in business since 2000. This is from
I love how she said 2000, not 2000, but 20000. That's too many zeros. Anyway, they've been in business for 26 years. So that's a pretty long time, but definitely not as long as some of our fashion houses that make sneakers, as well as some of the other companies that I think are dominating the sneaker market. But either way it goes, they definitely have made a splash and a staple. They also mentioned bringing up good points about Doc Martens. That same company owned Doc Martens, and fashion is cyclical. It's definitely very fickle. And while something is riding away for 10 years, it may drop off. You just never know. That have that increased valuation is something to just consider. I will say that I do really like their blazers. They have a boyfriend blazer that's really nice. I haven't looked at any of their other clothing pieces, but from what I've seen so far, Golden Goose does make great products. They also have launched out into handbags as well. So that might be kind of where they are seeing their plans increase as far as where they're seeing growth to justify that $3 billion price point, the trends of the time. And I think this speaks to more than just the area that I'm going to talk about, but I think overall, just shoppers in general. We've seen a lot of stories and a lot of discussions about how people are starting to spend less on luxury pieces. And there's so many reasons for that. And this article that was written in Fashion News Network, I believe, where they talked about, interesting enough, LVMH's chairman, Bernard Arnault, did visit Shanghai back in September. And reportedly, allegedly, according to the Fashion News Network, that he visited Shanghai for not to visit his stores, but to actually see why those former luxury shoppers are now turning more towards away from luxury, like the big box luxury, I would say, and more towards other brands that are homegrown within China. That being that he reportedly went to Songmont and purchased 2 bags from them, and then he also visited another luxury store that makes jewelry. This store opened up near it is open near the same storefronts as Cartier as well as VCA in the same mall, and that store is called Laupu Gold. I'm probably messing that up. I'm not sure how to say it, but they're a jeweler. Why not only just Chinese shoppers are looking more towards other brands. I thought it was interesting that the business of fashion, I'm sorry, Fashion News Network talked about how it's not just price that customers are chasing after, but these companies like the Horse, the Clementine has made waves, Polen, just all of these brands that have come up within the last 10 years or so have been able to tell a different story. They do a good job of gravitating shoppers towards their brand story, as well as the price point is much better. Also, what you're getting for that price point is at times more than what a luxury house is offering you. When you're talking about, like for me, I care about a bag to be leather on leather. That means leather exterior and leather interior. I really find that to be what we should call luxury. And where you're not getting that with some of these staple fashion houses. And we hear time and time again, you're getting they're asking for more for less money. They're asking you to jump through hoops, crawl under rocks, do backflips, cartwheels, make an understanding that they had maybe a poor launch with, like, for example, people's complaints last year about the Murakami launch and things like that. And just having to tug and dust the shoes of salespeople to get things. And it's just, when you can easily walk into another brand that's happy to have you as a customer, they show they're happy to have you as a customer, and you're getting a really good quality product for the price point that you're paying. It's much less. And I think all of that are factors into why shoppers in general are looking for other alternatives. And I think that connection, that quality, price point, all of those play a factor in why we're seeing these brands that are able to skyrocket to our attention. And I like the trend changes. I know that there are going to be people that are just going to stick with those brands, and I'm not bashing those brands, but I am questioning, why would I go to you when I can go somewhere else? Because at the end of the day, your connection, for example, like, let's say you go to a fashion house, you're only as important as to them as when you are buying. And I'm not saying that these smaller brands only care about the buying too, but there's a much better experience that I think a lot of people are getting. Oh my gosh, she's interrupting me. That's all for today. Let me know your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll talk again soon. Bye.